Georgia is known as the peach state for a reason. So come with us. We're going to show you where to find the best peach goodies in the Atlanta area. Hi, I'm Ariel. I'm with Unexpected Atlanta, the #1 rated food and history tour company in the city. And I'm here to tell you all about where to find the tastiest peaches near Atlanta. Because our nickname is the Peach State, many people just assume that Georgia puts out more peaches than any other U.S. state, but that's not exactly true. In terms of produce, we're actually more well known for blueberries, peanuts, and corn. Okay, so why on earth are we called the Peach State? Well, Georgia has a long history here. Peaches were originally grown in China, and after Spanish settlers brought the fruit to America, indigenous people spread peaches all across the South. Peaches really got popular after the Civil War when farmers needed to substitute cotton for a crop that wasn't as labor intensive. Around that time, a Georgia peach grower, his name was Samuel H. Rumpf, had just discovered a new peach variety. He named it Alberta after his wife. The Alberta was a much better quality than other peaches at the time. It also lasted longer in shipping. Georgia peach growers then developed more than 40 new peach varieties, many of which were based on the Alberta. This led to the commercial peach boom that gave Georgia its nickname. Now, fresh peaches are generally grown in Georgia for about half the year, from April to August. We know all the spots where you can get a taste of the Georgia peach. So let's start with the classic peach cobbler. We really can't talk about peaches without talking about cobbler. For those of you who have never had it, this buttery southern dessert is covered with a thick biscuit-like topping. And once your spoon cracks through, you get a mouthful of sweet, syrupy peach filling. It's warm and gently spiced with cinnamon and brown sugar. Don't forget to top it with ice cream. These Georgia restaurants sure won't. All right, first up is the Georgia Peach Cobbler at Mary Mac's Tea Room. Mary McKenzie opened Mary Mac's Tea Room in 1945, during a time when women weren't exactly allowed to open up restaurants, hence the idea of a tea room as a clever loophole. Their peach cobbler recipe is more than delicious. It's historical emblem for women's rights and entrepreneurship. Paschal's, another Southern food staple, opened just 2 years after Mary Mac's in the historic Castleberry Hill neighborhood. They make standout versions of Southern classics and are well known for their fried chicken, but their peach cobbler is a star in its own right. It has the perfect amount of crust, topped with a thin layer of cinnamon and sugar. No one's telling you that you can't order an extra one to go. Last is the Peach Cobbler Factory in Atlanta. The name says it all. This innovative restaurant has more than a dozen different types of cobbler, including the blackberry peach, cinnamon praline peach, mango peach, strawberry peach, and the classic peach. They even make peach cobbler cookies. Every cobbler is topped with a thick scoop of ice cream and a sprinkle of spices that they call cobbler magic. You can even add extra crust, which we definitely recommend for this rich dessert. And it's not just peach cobbler they're known for. Have you ever had peach ice cream? Georgia peaches are used in some of the creamiest ice creams you'll find. One example, the Peach Cobbler Factory's milkshakes. The ice cream base is topped with sliced peaches and pretty much any other topping from their cobblers, like blackberries or mangoes or maybe candied pecans. A garnish of tender, flaky crust finishes it all off. Speaking of peachy desserts, we can't resist. Let's talk about the sweet cream biscuit and peach jam ice cream at Jeni's. They start with fresh cultured buttermilk for the ice cream base, then fold in crumbled salty sweet cream biscuits and add a swirl of fresh peach jam for the final touch that keeps us coming back for more. This flavor is available seasonally, so be sure to look out for them this summer. Jeni has several Atlanta locations, but we love spending a summer night with a scoop on the patio near the Krog District shop. Our last ice cream recommendation comes from Morellis, a nostalgic Atlanta favorite. Their homemade ice cream flavor is actually gluten-free, so even people with dietary restrictions can enjoy it. You can add walnuts, pecans, sprinkles, or any of their other toppings to make your own refreshing peach creation. Just make sure to tell us your favorite combo. Comment, let us know. Of course, there are plenty of places for you to pick fresh peaches yourself. Peach picking is a treasured tradition. First up, Southern Belle Farms in McDonough, Georgia. This family-friendly farm grows 10 different varieties of peaches that start ripening in early June. Parking is free and supplies are readily available. When you're done strolling the orchards, grab a bite to eat at their market. They serve up an array of locally made jams, jellies, and preserves, and, of course, peach cobbler when the season is right. Next, we have Jaemor Farms in Alto, Georgia, one of the oldest family-owned farms in the state. The Eccles family has been growing peaches on this farm for over 100 years, and now they produce 33 different varieties of fresh peaches across 150 acres of farmland, from the historic Alberta to the honey-sweet sugar giant. Check their website to see which type of peach is in season before you go. Our last peach picking place is Lane Southern Orchards in Fort Valley, just under a 2-hour drive from Atlanta. But trust us when we say it's well worth the effort. Lane is one of the largest peach farms in the state with more than 1,000 acres of peaches. When you've filled your basket from their orchards, stop by their Peach Tree Cafe for a peach fritter or a peach sugar cookie. You'll also find fresh peach pies, peach ice cream, and even peach glazed barbecue sauces in their farm store. Be sure to bring home a souvenir to make your peach harvest last long past the summer. If you'd like to get your peaches fresh but prefer to stay a little closer to home and in the shade, Atlanta is known for the fresh produce at our local farmers markets. So you'll find locally grown peaches that are almost as fresh as if you picked them yourself, plus a whole lot more. The Tucker Farmers Market is, you guessed it, it's in Tucker, Georgia. Well, this charming outdoor market is generally open between April to October, and it's perfect if you're looking for a more laid-back, smaller market experience. It's the ideal spot to pick up fresh, local peaches, as well as connect with the farmers who grow them. The Tucker Market also has a great selection of homemade goodies. We can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday morning. For a true taste of Atlanta history, make your way to the Municipal Market, also known as the Sweet Auburn Curb Market. It was established in the 1920s, so this market has been a cornerstone of Atlanta's food scene for 100 years. Originally designed to provide fresh food to the local community, the market now hosts several stalls offering fresh produce, meats, and cheeses. And during peach season, the market is bursting with Georgia peaches. You can pick up fresh fruit to enjoy on your own, or try out some local peach-based specialties like chutneys or peach-infused barbecue sauces. The Sweet Auburn Curb Market is not just about food, it's also about history, culture, and supporting local vendors. It's why we choose it for our historic market food tour and biscuit class. So join us to learn more about Georgia's most famous foods, which of course we're serving with peach jam. You'll even leave with a complimentary jar of jam to take home. So for more details, check out our website, which we've of course linked below in the comments. All right, well, that's all of our peach recommendations for now, mostly because this video has really worked up my appetite. I gotta go eat some peaches. But as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget, like this video, subscribe to our channel. You don't want to miss any of our upcoming food adventures. Check out our favorites at unexpectedatlanta.com.